Politicians and community leaders agree getting students through school and into jobs would go a long way in closing the gap on Indigenous disadvantage. Evidence suggests much more is needed to succeed in this area, but one program is making inroads. The Smith family has teamed up with a school in Darwin to enable more employment opportunities for those living in the most remote parts of the Northern Territory. It's using flying as a tool for both career progression and personal development. Louisa Rebgetz reports.
Master switch.
Master switch.
There's an element of overcoming fear and struggling with yourself and learning something completely new.
So I want to be a pilot just like my dad.
It's a big day for Lloyd Garawura at the Bachelor Airstrip, southeast of Darwin. The 17-year-old from the remote Arnhem community of Ramingining is fulfilling a lifelong ambition, learning to fly a plane. Glider pilot Gavin Wrigley has been teaching Northern Territory students how to fly for more than a decade. He comes back every year from working in New Zealand to conduct the program.
This particular program is the only one in the world that actually takes all the children in a school and says, oh, it's your turn to go and learn to fly and take 4 flying lessons.
If you can do this at 15 years of age...
It was started 11 years ago by the principal at the Essington School in Darwin, David Cannon. Since then, 500 teenagers have been put to the test in the skies above Bachelor.
The program for us, beyond teaching kids to fly, is very much about a powerful personal experience at 15, 16 years of age, which shows them that they can do things they've never dreamt of doing.
The angle of attack, and you'll learn about that later, got too great because the wing was at an angle and the air was coming like this.
The program has now been extended to include Indigenous teenagers like Lloyd Garawura and Antonio Lilipiana through a partnership with the Smith family. It's called the Experiential Mentoring Program and puts students from remote communities into work placements.
Experiential mentoring is about walking beside the students and walking with them as they experience new things and build their aspirations and their confidence.
What's the surface at the back called? Well done.
We knew that these boys were really interested in flying, and it was just, we were very lucky to be able to come across David at Essington, who suggested the flying program, and we were able to put that together and realise some dreams for these 2 boys.
But it wasn't an easy ride getting the boys from Ramingining to Darwin. Convincing families that putting these boys in control of an aircraft was entirely safe proved a challenge.
They were scared. Yeah. They were telling me, you don't want to go there. Otherwise you might crash, they said. My mom's a bit worried about flying a plane. Yeah, they were a bit scared, wanting to me to go back.
Ramingining, where these kids are from, is a great community, a great school and a lot of potential there. But unfortunately, just due to its remoteness and the facilities, there's not always opportunity for the kids to show their potential. So any opportunity like this is great for them, especially for Lloyd, who is aspiring to be a pilot. How'd you go, Lloyd? Good.
Stuart Austin is a teacher in Ramingining. His school has an attendance rate of 58%. Mr Austin says experiences like these help motivate students as well as the rest of the community.
And it's building their confidence and knowing their abilities, that they can be equal or more than anyone else here in the Territory. It's the rest of the community that get the buzz, and they'll get all the rewards as well. So anything else like this is only good for the community.
And we think that these sorts of programs are important first steps in building their confidence, opening the world up to them, and helping them see a different future for themselves. The aircraft rising as the air lifted it up? Yes? Okay.
The principal of the Essington School has grand plans for students like these from bush communities. The school has established its senior college at the Charles Darwin University campus. David Cannon is hoping more remote students end up there to enable an easier transition into tertiary education.
We're keen to work, and the university is too, to increase the number of Indigenous students who are able to access the programs at CDU and also at our senior college. So these sorts of visits, these introductions are very important first steps for young Indigenous students in terms of building their confidence to come into an environment like this and have a life-changing experience.
Lloyd Garawura is now one step closer to achieving his dream of becoming a pilot. And he's been given a tick of approval by those who know best.
The boy, in fact, has got a huge, terrific natural aptitude, I tell you, straight off. It's really interesting to see.
It will be just a beacon of light that everyone else can aspire to. If they can see Lloyd, who's one of the boys back at home, becoming a success story, which not all of them can, but they all have that potential to be.